Transition. Well, still standing in the AFC division. I beloved the Houston Texans. We have a monumental game coming up this week against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Right now, the Jaguars sit at 7-3.
Coach, we need you on the podcast.
The Texans sit at 6-4. We beat them earlier this year.
Stepped on.
We beat them again. We outright own the tiebreaker, and we take that 1 seed of the AFC South. Can we pull it off? Like I feel like obviously we can. We should. Hold on. I don't know if that game. Do y'all know if that game is at home or on the road? I think we went in their house for the first game.
So it should be at home.
So we should be at the crib.
If I'm not mistaken, that was the first game that the Texans showed their. That's that first win of the year. If I'm not mistaken. Also, that's showed
to the Ravens' first game of the year.
No, the first win of the year.
I know that's what I'm saying, because they lost to the Ravens their first game, and then I think they backdoored and lost to the Colts.
Yeah, and then
they won against Jacksonville.
Exactly, against Jacksonville. So I look at it as a confidence going into the game. I like the fact that the way our team is built. They're not, driven off the past. They're very looking forward, for what I noticed. They've gone 3 straight weeks and, been successful, flaws and all. So I look at it as, they've done it before, they can do it again around a crowd that's, pushing for them, never really left their sides, went through some struggles with them. The receiver.
We definitely left their side, I ain't gonna lie to you.
I did their side. I held my hand.
I left the Texans.
I did too.
I held my hand a little bit, and I kept pushing through. It wasn't an easy voyage at all.
My fan mail went to spam.
But I mean, at the end of the day, man, I feel like they're gonna be able to do a clean sweep on these Jaguars, man. I feel like the biggest threat, I will say, is Mr. Travis Etienne. That's the person I'm worried about. Because last game he barely went over. He barely caused a problem against us. I feel like we don't get lucky twice.
Our Texans are currently on a three-game win streak, beating Tampa Bay, the Bengals, and Arizona. And we play Jacksonville at the crib.
Not scared of nothing.
Bruh, 470, 356, 336, 3 consecutive games throwing well over 300 yards, that being C.J. Stroud. And the Jaguars ain't been looking great. They got mollywopped against the 49ers.
They're a team that can be had for sure.
Yeah.
We already beat them, so it's like we know that.
With the rookie quarterback, and imagine how confident and
the first
skill.
We got the answers to the test.
And we own the record against them all time as well. Answers to the test.
Answers to the test, man. And I'll go out on a limb and say this: the quarterback Trevor Lawrence, man. I don't know if I think it's up for debate who's the best quarterback in the AFC South, man.
So the best.
Yeah, man.
It should not be a debate. If they trying to crown CJ currently as an MVP candidate, leading MVP candidate, and Trevor is nowhere near that conversation, that's not a conversation.
And in the last 3 years, not 1 year has he been in the conversation.
I would agree. Make my case. So,
yeah, I'm not.
I want to sound like a homer. Yeah, we saying what I'm saying. So yeah, best quarterback in the AFC South. I don't think it's close. I haven't seen Trevor wheel and deal like CJ does, being able to process quickly, move off from the first read, second read to the third.
Yeah,
He's done it,
yeah.
But he has not done it at the level of which you've seen CJ orchestrate an offense to where you're like consecutively back-to-back weeks against tough opponents. We're not winning in spite of you. We're winning directly because of you.
But at the same time, though, what keeps them hanging in there is that playoff performance when they came back against the Chargers. That's what kind of keep them up at least.
Well, I mean,
until this game.
If you want your morale up, go play the Chargers. The Chargers let anybody in every game. They got all the names on defense. Because Brandon Staley is a horrible coach. He should have been fired last year when he blew a 27-0 lead in the playoffs.
How do you?
Your calling card is defense.
Cut to the clip.
I have full confidence, like I've told you, and like I've told you from the beginning, I have full confidence in our way of playing. Full confidence in myself as the play caller, in the way that we teach, and the way that we scheme. Full confidence in that. We got to bring this group together and do it consistently, okay? And that's where it's at. So you can stop asking that question, okay? I'm going to be calling the defenses, okay? So we're clear. So you don't have to ask that again.
How do you speak so confidently on a podium about saying that you're going to maintain the reins to calling the defense when you, bro, 27?
Yeah, I tried.
27, bro?
Tried, Trevor, to help you.
And then to top of that, you end up losing the game 31-30? So you scored 3 points in the second half of that playoff game. And you allow the team to climb back in it with 4 consecutive scores. 5.
In the playoffs.
Without a stop. Without a, hey, line of resistance here.
So, with that being said, is that kind of like the thing that's keeping Trevor Lawrence afloat in general to the public eye? Keeping him from being like,
I mean,
banter? Because he's not
we were
quite
just talking
banter
about
yet.
them running up against the Chargers and them being a triple, but it's like, you know, the Chargers are poverty as well, especially on defense. And it's due to it's not because of the team and the talent on the team. It's specifically on how they're led and how they're coached. In football, and more than any other sport, coaching matters, scheme matters, morale of men matters, being able to galvanize a group of men to be able to follow and lead and believe in what you say to be able to pull in one direction matters. They don't believe in him. He's not that guy. When you see him talk, like Stephen A. said on first take, man, you just, it's much to be desired. It's lackluster. It's almost like it's the uninspiring speech of Cowboys head coach, right? What's his name?
They opened up
Mike McCarthy. You know, he's along that echelon of uninspirational guys. He's not a leader of men. People don't follow you. You're not that guy. So it's like, man, they'd be better off without him. I think if they made a coaching change drastically within the middle of the season, almost like the Raiders did, obviously not that atrocious of a job, but
My Chargers, right?
Right.
Also.
I think, no, that wasn't even the question, but I think it's on the table. But Jaguars, man, not worried about it. We should take care of business. It should be a good game, but I think in the end, too much CJ.
Yeah, I know. I'm not even thinking a good game, to be honest with you, man. Like,
You think we can beat them down again? I can see that too. I'm trying to be nice.
I don't think they lay down because just as much as we want that 1 seed, they want to maintain it just as much. So we always talk about the friction and the grind of a game when it's a divisional opponent.
Well, we have more weapons technically on offense. Technically, our guys are stepping up. They have Kurt, Ingram, and ETN, bro. That is it. That is the squad. That's their offensive firepower.
I'm not gonna lie, Calvin really had over 100 yards. I mean, but that's once every
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I watched them go off this past Sunday, I was like, "Ooh, I have an under for next week."
I'm not. I mean, you can. Singletary actually coming along, whether he's only a couple games, but then you got the receiving core. Schultz just came up. Dale has been that guy.
I'm saying Nico Collins
Woods was got in the mix.
Nico Collins went out. Noah Brown went off. Noah Brown, he went down again this week. Nico Collins came back like ain't nothing left.
Or then it was Tank Dell.
Then it was Tank Dell. Like CJ, there's no taking away a receiver with CJ. That's what I love about our offense. There's no taking a receiver away from him.
Take one away. We just go
3 more pop up. Pick your poison.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, honestly, like, I give it to the Jaguars, but
if you're not a Texas fan, you ain't gonna really like this segment of the podcast.
yeah, for sure. You may think you're seeing a lot of bias, but there's a lot of truth right now.